Welcome to yoga practice, everyone. This is a seated practice today, and for today's practice, you'll need a chair with a flat bottom, no arms, maybe 2 blocks, a strap, a couple blankets if you have them, or a bolster if you have them. If you don't worry about it, that's fine too. When you're ready, you can go ahead and find yourself in a good seated position on your mat or on the chair. If you'd like to stand for this practice, you may do so. It's entirely up to you. Whatever you choose, make the practice feel good for you. For today's class, we're going to be talking about the concept of satya. Satya in yogic terms means truthfulness. And truthfulness is a difficult concept simply because it's not always easy to know what's true. Sometimes what we think or what we feel is not true about someone, especially if we don't know all the facts. So as we come to the concept of truthfulness, I would invite you to think about the 4 gates of speech. When we talk about the 4 gates of speech, we talk about several things we need to think about before we open our mouths and speak. They are as follows. Before you open your mouth and say something, ask yourself, number 1, is it true? Is what you're about to say true? Number 2, is it necessary? So is what you're about to say necessary at all? Number 3, is it the right time? Was it the right time to say that thing that you're thinking? And number 4, if all the first 3 gates are true, is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it the right time? And is it kind? And if we apply these principles of satya, truthfulness, 4 gates of speech, to our own speaking, maybe even to the voices inside of our head, we'll find we listen more than we speak. Let's get ready for our yoga practice. When you're ready, if you're sitting on a chair, what I'd like you to do is invite yourself to come to a position where you slide your hips forward on the chair. If you're struggling to remain grounded in the practice, go ahead and take 2 blocks and set them down in front of your chair. Set your feet up on top of both blocks, and you'll find you'll be able to press your feet into the blocks and be able to sit a little more fully. For those of you that are height challenged like I am, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of extra support for our feet as we run through practice. When you're ready, slide your sitting bones forward, open your sitting bones, take your inner thighs in and down. Grow long through your side body, take your shoulders up, back, and broaden them. Tone your belly, lengthen your tailbone. Rest your hands on your upper thighs, close your eyes or soften your gaze. And for a few moments, just begin to notice your breathing pattern. Not trying to judge it, not trying to change it, just notice the free-flowing breath as it comes in and out of your body. Noticing where it's flowing a little more freely and easily. And notice where it may feel blocked. Oftentimes, if we're sitting in Slambhasana, it may be that we're unable to breathe fully into our belly. So you maybe adjust your position as you sit well to allow the breath to move a little more fully and freely into the body, including the spaces where it feels blocked. Continue to breathe in and out for a few more moments. Then when you're ready, bring your hands together in front of your heart space into prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. Take a deep breath in. Exhale that out. Inhale in again. Exhale that out. Inhale in, lifting the collarbones, opening the heart space, lengthening the tailbone. Exhale that out. Set an intention for your practice if it feels good for you today. And then when you're ready, press your palms together, sealing that intention. Release your hands, open your eyes. This practice is going to be focusing on head, neck, and shoulders. So for those of you that have head, neck, and shoulder issues, you may find this helps you open up your head, neck, and shoulders today. So take a few deep breaths in, breathing in and out. I'll be mirroring you throughout the practice today. So what that means is when I tell you to move your right hand, I'll be moving my left hand so that you are moving in mirror to me. And when I tell you to move your left hand, I'll be moving my right hand. We're going to start today's practice with a mudra. A mudra is a practice where we use our hands and hand positions. And for today's mudra, we're going to use Ganesha mudra. For Ganesha mudra, you're going to take your right hand, you're going to turn your palm to your heart space and close your fingers down. Take your left hand, turn your palm away, interlace your fingers, squeeze them together and draw those hands apart, opening your collarbones and your heart space. Ganesha mudra, again, I'm mirroring you so you'll look more like this. Breathing in and out. Maybe closing your eyes. Now, you don't need to have any tension in Ganesha mudra. You can relax into the pose, just letting the breath move in and out of your body. Or if you'd like, you can draw a little bit of tension into the mudra by drawing your elbows away from one another. Breathing in and out. If that creates tension in your head, your neck, and your jaw, release that. Just noticing the difference between muscle energy and just hanging out in a pose. So with muscle energy, we're actually using our muscles and bones to work the pose. You'll feel if you're drawing your elbows away from you in Ganesha mudra, you'll start working your neck and your shoulders. If that doesn't feel good for you, that's okay. Just release it out, it's fine. Hands are in front of your heart space, maybe slightly forward. Couple deep breaths in and out. And then when you're ready, release your hands, shake them out. And before we begin our practice today, it's always a good practice to open up our feet. So for today's practice, we're going to do like we always do and start with a foot massage. So you can lean on back, cross that right ankle over top of the left knee, open that right knee up if that feels good for you, and then begin rubbing through the sole of the foot from front to back, back to front. Maybe twisting and pulling each toe, noticing how your feet feel today. Interlace your fingers in between the toes if you can. Slide the web of the fingers all the way down to the web of the toes if that's accessible to you, and start to circle your ankle. Good. Go slow, circling first in one direction, then maybe reversing the direction of the circle, going the other way. Before you release those fingers from the toes, bring the foot to stillness, come on back to center, spread the fingers, spread the toes, keep those toes spread as you peel the hand away. Good. Grab a hold of the top of the foot, stretch the top of the foot, making sure the toes are in line with the shins, their foot is not sickled. Good. And then flex it, going the opposite way, just getting a stretch out of the Achilles tendon, the back of the leg. Release that out, rub through the sole of the foot again, the heels, the mounds, maybe twisting and pulling each toe. Grab a hold of the big toe mound, little toe mound, stretch the top of that foot apart, give it a good wiggle. Then release that, clap the foot out, then give it a good paddle. Make a fist, gently tap the sole of the foot, starting to wake it up. Release that, grab a hold of the ankle, shake that foot out. Then grab hold of the outer edge of the foot, hug the shin in, open that hip out, moving the foot back and forth. Release that. Take the top of the femur back into the hip socket. Just pause for a moment. Notice how your feet feel different. Maybe one foot is a little warmer. Maybe it's a different color than the other. Maybe it just feels amazing. And when you're ready, let's do the other side. So cross that other foot over top of the knee. Open that knee out if you can. Rub through the sole of the foot. Noticing this side may feel different than the other side. This hip may be a little more open or a little more closed. That's okay. Just notice. Doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you a person who has used their body. And that's a good thing. Rubbing through the foot, twisting and pulling each toe, interlacing the fingers in between the toes if you can, separating the toes and then circling the ankle. First in one direction, and then going the other way. Coming back to center, giving that whole foot a shake, and then coming to stillness. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. Keep those toes spread as you peel the hand away. Good. Stretch the top of the foot. And then flex it going the other way. Good. Rub through the sole of the foot again, the long bones from heel to toe, toe to heel. When you're finished with that, grab a hold of the big toe mound, little toe mound, stretch the top of the foot apart, give it a good wiggle. Good. Release that, clap the foot. Then paddle the bottom of the foot. Then make a fist, gently tap the sole of the foot. Release that, grab a hold of the ankle, or you can grab a hold of your pants legs or the outer edge of your foot. Just shake that foot out. Good. When you're ready, grabbing hold of the outer edge of the foot, opening that hip up, making it feel good for you. Release that foot back down to the floor, bring the top of the leg back into the hip socket. Just notice your feet again, noticing that they may feel a little bit different than they did a few minutes ago. I hope so. I hope they feel a little bit better. We're going to be working on our shoulders and neck during this class. If any of the exercises that I give you do not feel good for you, if you feel any pain, please don't do them. These may not be the exercises for you today. You're welcome to modify these exercises in any way that you wish or go to your level of challenge, but if you're ever feeling in pain, please stop. Let's start with some side stretches. So press your feet into the chair, take your hands next to you on the chair, grow long through that side body, shoulders up, back, and broaden external rotation of those upper arms. Inhale the left arm overhead, breathe. Exhale, press the right hand into the chair as you lean towards the right, getting a stretch out of the side body. Taking a deep inhale in, exhaling, growing a little bit longer through that side body. Inhaling it again, exhaling, leaning. Maybe opening that top shoulder, looking up towards the ceiling if that feels good to you. Widen your fingertips, reaching towards infinity. Sweep that left arm back down to the chair, shoulders roll towards the back of the room. Both fingertips next to you on the chair as you grow long through the side body. Keep your left hand where it is. Right arm sweeps overhead, shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through your side body. Exhale, lean towards the left. Repeat that a few more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Seeing if you can grow as long through the lower side of your body, the right side, the left side as the right side. Breathing in and out. Making the stretch feel good to you. Maybe opening that top shoulder, turning the gaze up towards the ceiling if your neck allows that today. Couple more breaths in and out. Sweep that arm back down to the chair. Roll your shoulders from back to front. Good. Excellent. Release that out. This time I'd like you to take your hands behind you on the chair. Find the back of the chair or find the seat just behind you. Inhale, press your fingertips into the chair. Exhale, open your collarbones out for seated crescent stretch. I'm going to turn around so you can see my back body. So I have my fingertips behind me. I'm pressing my fingertips into the chair. I'm opening my collarbones. I'm toning my belly. I'm lengthening my tailbone. I'm not collapsing my head behind me. Back of the skull is back. Back of the neck is long. Just opening my back body. Couple deep breaths in and out. Then come on back to center. You can repeat that again. Fingertips to the chair behind you if that feels good. Press your sitting bones into the chair. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale, open up your collarbones. Exhale, externally rotate those arms. Look up. Back of the neck is long. Back of the skull is back. Release that out. Good. Take your hands to your knees in front of you, and as you inhale, you're going to draw your belly forward, your collarbones forward, your hips behind you for a seated cow pose. And as you exhale, you're going to round the spine for cat pose. Inhaling and exhaling for seated cat-cow. Going a few times at your own pace. Turn to the side so you can see what my spine is doing. You go at your own pace. Inhaling and releasing the belly forward. The collarbones lift, the tailbone goes behind you. Exhaling, arching the spine. Couple more times at your own pace. And then when you're ready, please come back to stillness. Reseat your sitting bones. Turn the inner thighs in and down. Hands to your upper thighs. Grow long through the side body, through the collarbones. Good. We're going to do a seated twist. So inhale your arms overhead. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale the right hand down to the seat. Exhale your left hand to the outside of that right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist towards the right side. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, twist. Press that front knee against the hand against the knee. That left knee wants to come along for the ride, so keep it in line with the right knee. If you need to put a block in between your knees to squeeze the block together, that may help. Breathing in and out. Exhale, release the twist. Roll your shoulders forward and back. Back and forward. Make it feel good for you. If you'd like a block between your legs, maybe try that this time. So squeeze a block between your upper thighs. Fingertips to the chair. Press your feet into the floor. Grow long through the crown of the head. Inhale your arms overhead, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale that left arm next to you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze your legs into the blocks as you take your right chest wall towards the left side for a twist. Breathing in and out. And when you're ready, unwind the pose, coming back to center. If you still have a block between your thighs, you can remove that. I'd like you to slide both legs to the side of the chair. Slide your hips forward so you're on the edge of the chair. Inhale, press your feet into the floor. Exhale, lengthen. Reach your arms overhead. Then find the top of the chair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, use the top of the chair to allow yourself to get into a deeper twist this time. Inhaling and exhaling. Growing long as you inhale. Twisting as you exhale. Don't let that front knee collapse forward. So you want to keep the knees in line with one another. Exhale, come on back to center. Swing around on your chair to the other side. If you'd like to have a block between your knees on this side, maybe try that. See how that feels. So sliding forward, making sure the sitting bones, the edge of the sitting bones are at the edge of the chair, growing long through the side body. Squeezing the block in between your legs. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, fingertips to the top of the chair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Couple times at your own pace. Your gaze is up to you. If it's too much for you to turn your neck all the way to the side in line with the twist, that's fine. You just go to a place that feels good for you. Couple more breaths. And then when you're ready to come out of the pose, inhale, lengthen, 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 making space through the vertebrae in the spine. Exhale, release, keeping all that length. Come on back to center. You can put your blocks down in front of your chair again if that feels good for you. And we're going to move into doing some neck stretches. Again, if these don't feel good for you, it's okay. Maybe do something different that does feel good for you today. We're going to be moving through a series of neck stretches, and I want you to be very cautious with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Be truthful. If it's hurting, if it's too much, stop. Maybe it's not necessary today. Maybe it's not kind for yourself. We're going to start by just turning our neck from one side to the other. So if you would, take your fingertips next to the chair, grow long through your side body, shoulders up, back, and broaden. Tone the belly, lengthen the tailbone. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn your head to the right. And back to center. And to the left. And back to center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Lengthen again through the crown of the head. Turn your head to the right. Just stay there for a moment. Breathing in and out. Coming gently back to center. Lengthening it again. Taking your head towards the left. Making sure your chin isn't tilting towards the ceiling. It's staying level with the floor. It's not collapsed in. Breathing in and out. Come on back to center. This time we're going to take that center mark out. So we're going to inhale, turn our head to the right. Exhale to the left. Come back to center, pause, take a break. We're going to repeat that same thing, only we're going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right. So inhale. Moving at your own pace. And then when you're ready, please come back to center. We're moving synovial fluid through the head, the neck, the shoulders. So as we move our head along the shoulder, along the cervical collar, we're starting to move synovial fluid throughout. It's like lotion for the neck. It's like the WD-40 for your neck. So this time we're just going to move our head back and forth at our own pace in a gentle no motion. And then I'd like you to come back to center, find that place of stillness, and gently begin to nod your head up and down like you're saying yes. See if you can get a little deeper yes, moving slowly. You may feel a little bit of crackling in your neck. Gentle, gentle. Being kind with yourself. Continue your yes motion very gently as you move your head to the right. Nodding yes up and down. Coming back to the center. Good. To the left. And back to center. Repeat that again. Yes, to the right. Yes, to the left. And come on back to center. Release your hands. Shake everything out. How's everybody feeling? Good. Excellent. For this next stretch, we're going to take our ear to our shoulder. I'll give you a couple options for depth on this, but again, if this doesn't feel good for you, you go to your own depth. As you inhale, take your fingertips next to the chair, go along through the side body. As you exhale, take your ear over towards the right, right ear towards the right. Breathe in and out. Couple deep breaths in and out. You can stay here or you can reach that right arm around the head. Find the left ear. Gently, gently use the weight of the arm to stretch your neck. Reach those left fingertips under the seat of the chair so you can get a good stretch out of the left side neck. Couple deep breaths in and out. Maybe draw the back of the skull back, the chin in. Just letting the cervical collar open up. Getting a good stretch from the outer edge of the shoulder all the way up through the ear. Gently, gently releasing that hand from the ear, bringing the neck back to center. Shake it out for a moment. Be gentle. We're going to switch to the other side. So you go slow, both fingertips next to the chair. You start with taking your left ear to the left shoulder. Maybe retract your chin in a little bit. You'll get a deeper stretch. Turn that ear down. You can keep that left hand on the chair. You can reach it around. Grab a hold of the right ear, gently, gently drawing down. You can keep that right hand where it is, or you can grab a hold of the bottom of the chair. So you're creating a little bit of muscle energy, tension. So you get a good stretch through the right side of the neck. Release that top arm. Release the bottom arm. Bring your neck back to center. We're going to repeat that one more time. Inhaling, lengthening, exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Yogi's choice. Being gentle with your neck. Coming back to center. Switching sides. Left ear goes to the left shoulder. You get a stretch out of the side neck. And come on back to center. Roll your shoulders back towards the back of the room. Then forward towards the front of the room. Maybe shake your head out just a little bit. We're going to repeat that one more time. This time we're going to add up. So you watch me. Let me show you what we're going to do first, and then we'll do it together. As we take our right ear to our right shoulder, you can stay here, or you can turn your gaze to look down towards the floor, maybe like you have a shirt with pockets on, and you're looking into the front pockets of the shirt. You can stay here for a few moments, retracting the chin in. And if you'd like, you can even gaze up and down, being very gentle with your neck. And then we'll come back to center. So let's do that together. Fingertips next to the chair, shoulders up, back, and broaden. You take that right ear towards the right shoulder. Breathe. Retract the chin in a little bit. You get a little bit deeper stretch. You can stay here, or you can turn your nose and your chin so you're looking down inside the pocket on your right side body, or down towards that right foot on the block. Let that neck open up. And then when you're ready, if it feels good, you can turn your chin and nose to look up towards the left. And back down towards the right foot. Pause. Turn and look up towards the left again. Retract the chin in a little bit. And then go back down towards the right. Nose towards the front of the room. Lift the head. Pause. And let's do the other side. Fingertips to the chair. Left ear goes towards that left shoulder. Making sure your shoulders are externally rotated. Your chin's retracted in. You can stay here, or you can turn your nose and chin to look down at that left foot, or into the pocket on your left breastbone. Breathing in and out, letting the neck stretch. If your neck feels good, you can turn your nose and your chin to look up towards the right. And gently back down towards the left. And up towards the right again. And then turn your nose and chin down towards the left. Turn your nose to the front of the room. Lift the head. Release it out. How's everybody doing? Maybe shake your head back and forth. Maybe take empty coat sleeves. Let your shoulders open out. Let your waist open up. You're doing great. We're going to come on back to center. This time we're going to move our head forward and back. To do this, we're going to bring our arms overhead, bring the palms together, bend your elbows, slide your arms forward. Neck is forward. And you're just going to take your chin and bring it forward and back, being gentle. Pause, turn your head to the right, take your chin forward and back towards the eye of the right elbow. Pause, turn your head to the center, chin forward and back. Pause, turn your nose to the eye of the left elbow. Then take your chin towards it and away from it. Pause. Nose back to the center. Chin forward and back a few times. Release the hands down. Let all that go. Bring your chin towards your chest. Let everything relax out. And then when you're ready, we're going to do some gentle neck rolls. So your right ear goes to the right. We're not going to go behind us. We're only going to be rolling our neck forward and to the right, and then forward and to the left. Very gentle with your neck. When you're ready, bring the head back to the center. Shake everything out. Make it feel good. We're going to do a little bit of breath of joy for a moment. So for breath of joy, it's 3 quick inhales, and we're going to use our hands to help us. With hands, I like to think of it as like I'm a conductor of an orchestra. So my first inhale, the arms are going to come up. The second inhale, they're going to come out. The third inhale, they're going to go behind me. It looks like this. And I think I said that wrong. So it's inhale, inhale, exhale. You do it with me. Inhale, arms up. Inhale, side. Exhale, fold forward, arms back. Couple more times. And after this last time, bring yourself back to a place of stillness, sitting well. You're doing great. Breath of joy bringing a little bit more energy into the body. So let's do some shoulder shrugs. So on an inhale, you're going to go long through the side body, bring those shoulders up. Exhale, press them down. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, press them down, really press. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, press down, really press into those hands, reach through the crown of the head. Couple more times. Release that out. Now we're going to do one shoulder at a time, starting with your right shoulder. Inhale the right shoulder up. Exhale, press it down. Inhale, right shoulder up. Exhale, press it down. Come back to center. Let everything go. Back to a place of calm. Let's do the left shoulder. Inhaling and bringing that left shoulder up. Exhaling, pressing it down. Coming to a place of stillness, hands to your upper thighs, maybe close your eyes. Notice your breath. Let your breath come back to a place of calm. Noticing how your upper body is feeling. Lift your chin, open your eyes. Let's roll our shoulders towards the front and then towards the back of the room. And then reverse the direction. Shoulder rolls again, starting at the back of the room and bringing them forward. Good. You're doing great. Come to a place of stillness. Lengthen through the tailbone, tone your belly. Inhale your arms overhead, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bring your hands into cactus position. Take a look with your peripheral vision. Wiggle your fingers up the left side and the right side of your body. Maybe take your elbows back a little bit. If you're in a W position, lift your elbows. Draw them back behind you. If your back is overarching, maybe bring your lower ribs down towards the hip bones. Wide hands, cactus arms. Inhale, widen your fingers. Like you're pressing into a stop sign. Now exhale, turn those palms towards the floor. Pause, draw your shoulder blades together. Now press the palms towards the back of the room. Reverse the motion, palms coming to the floor. And then up towards the front of the room, like you're holding a stop sign. Release the hands, shake it out. Arms back overhead, fingertips wide, cactus hands. Take a look with your peripheral vision. Make sure you're not in a W. Lift those elbows. Draw them back behind you a little bit more. Tone the belly, lengthen the tailbone. Widen your fingers. Keep all of that as you take your palms towards the floor. Pause, draw your shoulder blades together. Palms press towards the back of the room. And you come back to the floor. Open up towards the front of the room. Release that out again. Shake it out. Finding your breath, shaking your neck out if you need it. We're really working through the rhomboids, the space in between the shoulder blades. It gets overstretched when we practice slumpasana, so we need to really work on this muscle that's between the shoulder blades so that we learn how to engage it. Really important for shoulder strength and for starting to work on posture is to work on those rhomboids. Let's do that exercise one more time. First, growing long through the side body, lengthen through the crown of the head. Keep all of that. Maybe press your feet into the floor. Tone the belly, lengthen the tailbone. Inhale your arms overhead, shoulders stay away from your ears, fingertips wide. Exhale, bring the arms into cactus pose. Fingers wide. Lots of energy going from the fingertips to the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your palms towards the floor. Breathe in and out. Palms go towards the back of the room. Back towards the floor. Back to the front. Release them down. Shake it out. We're going to be doing a little bit of a breath practice next, and we'll be using our arms as we breathe. So for the first breath, I'd like you to pretend you're out in the wide open spaces, and you're going to inhale. Your arms wide, the palms come up, and as you exhale, you're going to grow longer through the crown of the head. It's called horizon breath. So you inhale, open the arms wide, exhale, grow tall through the crown of the head. A couple times. To that place of stillness. Allow your breath to return to normal, calming. Let your heart come back to its normal pace. Breathe. This time we're going to inhale our arms wide. We're going to tone the belly, lengthen the tailbone, so we're taking those lower ribs and tucking them in. We're not popping our back forward. So from the side, it's not this, it's that. Reaching, reaching, reaching. So there's a natural arch in my spine, but I'm not dumping all of my weight in my lower back. So my hands are wide, the palms are wide, the fingers are wide, thumbs facing the ceiling. Press your feet into the floor. Exhale, turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Keep the arms wide. Draw the shoulders in on the back. Heart space lifted, collarbones lifted. Your chin isn't lifted towards the ceiling. Bring your chin so that it's parallel to the floor. Good, there it is. Breathe in and out. Now, keep your arms where they are. See if you can turn just the palms and the forearms down towards the floor. You can stay here, or you can gently turn the thumbs towards the floor, but not so you're bringing the shoulders in. The shoulders are staying engaged on the back. Thumbs to the floor. Now turn those hands up and down without moving your shoulders. Keep those shoulders engaged. We'll move those shoulders in a moment. Couple more twists of your arms. Release that, shake it out. Good. Now, we're going to move the entire shoulder girdle. So as you inhale, your arms and your heart space are going to open. Exhale, they're going to come forward. And you're going to move them up towards the ceiling and then down towards the floor. So you're rotating the entire shoulder this time. And release that out. Good. You're doing great. We're going to relax that. Take an inhale, arms wide. Exhale, take them behind your skull like you're going to take a yawn. And then exhale them wide. Press your palms towards both side body. Then reach your palms forward. Give yourself a big hug. Turn your chin in toward your chest. And then come on back to center. Do that one more time. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, reach them towards the ceiling. Cross them behind your skull. Reach, reach, reach out. Stretch like you're going to yawn. Hands flexed, facing the side of the room, pressing on either side of a wall, on either side of you. Good. And then exhale, lean forward. Your second favorite arm comes on top this time as you give yourself a big hug. Letting those shoulder blades open out. Relaxing the back of the neck. And come on back to center. We're going to do that one more time on each side. As soon as you inhale, you're going to open your arms out, bring them overhead, cross them behind your skull. Reach, reach, reach out like you're pressing walls, keeping them from collapsing on the side of you. Then reach them forward. Arch that spine. Give yourself a big hug. And then come back to the center. Repeating, opening up. Arms overhead as they reach behind your skull. They press to hold the walls together. Then your second favorite arm goes on top as you give yourself a big hug. Chin towards the chest. And then you come back to center. Excellent. You're doing great. Close your eyes for a moment. Come back to your center position. Now, open your eyes. Reach your arms wide. And then bring them forward like you're hugging a big beach ball. Good. Fingertips are wide. Now bring your hands in towards your heart space as you open your heart space. Claw your fingers and open out your superhero t-shirt. Good. Open those arms out. Do that again. Hands grab around the beach ball. They come into your chest. Your heart space opens. Your collarbones opens. As you open out the chest, reach the arms wide 2 more times. Beach ball. Hands in towards the heart space. Show me how amazing you are. Last time. Shake that out. We've been working neck and shoulders. I want to do a little bit of arm work now. So we'll give our neck and shoulders a rest for a few minutes. So if you would, take your hands out in front of you. You can do this both hands at the same time or one hand at a time, whatever works for you. We're going to do both hands at the same time for this practice. If you would, with your hands in front of you, bring your pinky in towards your palm, then your ring finger, your middle finger, your index finger, your thumb. Open out the pinky, the ring finger, the middle finger, the index finger, the thumb. Press the fingers wide. And squeeze them together. Press them wide. Now close the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, pinky finger. Open them out, going the opposite way. Opening thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pink fingers. Spread the hands wide, squeeze them together, shake it out. Good. Now bring your hands into fists and open them wide. Fists again. Squeeze them together, really squeeze them together. Open them wide. Squeeze them together again. Open them wide. Come into fists, start circling your wrists. Doesn't matter which way you circle them, just remember which way they're going, because now we're going to reverse the direction of the circles. You can do one wrist at a time, totally fine, whatever works for you. So you're circling those wrists. Good. Bring your palms together, interlace your fingers, and I'd like you to draw a crazy 8 with your wrists. Just releasing tension in the forearm. For those of you that type all day, this may help as you release the forearms. Release that, shake them out. Interlace your fingers, cross them your second favorite way though, and do crazy 8s with your wrists. Give that a quick shake. And we're going to do a forearm series that's good for carpal tunnel and the tight forearms. So if you would, sit well, bring your hands in front of you, draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Your palms are facing one another. Bend your elbows. Don't let those elbows collapse down. Lift them up. Turn your palms towards one another. Widen your fingers. Now squeeze them together. Bring the fingers down into an L. Now bring them into fists, really tight fists. Now unfurl the fingers so that they're in a little bit of a knuckles type of position. Good. And then open them up again. Spread them wide. Squeeze them together. L position. Fists. Knuckles. Wide. Squeeze them together. L position. Fists. Knuckles. Last time. Wide. Squeeze them together. Tight fists. Coming up into knuckles. Shake it out. Let's do a forearm stretch. So take your right hand forward. Turn the palm towards the front of the room. Fingers facing down. Gently grab a hold of the mound of the hand, press that, the heel of the hand forward, be gentle with yourself. So you're getting a forearm stretch. You can stay here or you can gently draw back one finger at a time. We're not pushing at the end of the digit. We're being gentle with our fingers. All 4 fingers, stretch it out. Shake that out, switch sides. The opposite palm comes forward, the heel of the hand facing the front of the room, your fingers pointing down. You grab a hold of the base of the knuckles. You stretch that forearm. You can stay here or you can play with stretching each finger, being very, very gentle with this. Stretch those fingers one more time. Release that. And this time we're going to do a shake game. So for the shake game, we're going to shake our right hand 8 times, then our left hand 8 times, then we'll go 7 times, then 7, 6, 6, etc. You get the idea. Let's do it together. Right hand 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right 2, 3, 4, 5. Left 2, 3, 4, 5. Right 2, 3, 4. Left 2, 3, 4. Right 2, 3. Left 2, 3. Right it out. Good, you're doing great. Roll those shoulders towards the back of the room. Bring the palms to the side body towards the ceiling. Bring those fingertips in towards your shoulders. Begin to circle your elbows. Just drawing little tiny circles with your elbows. Collarbones open, heart space is open. Your belly is toned. Bring those elbows in towards the center, continuing to circle. And then open them up again. Come back all the way open, then begin reversing the direction of your circles. Going slow, drawing teeny tiny circles, then making them bigger and bigger as you begin to close those elbows in front of you. There we go, good. And going back out the other way. Oh, I changed the direction of my circles. Release that out, come on back to center. Shake it out. Bring your hands in front of you, draw those shoulder blades on your back. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows. Now, you're going to keep your elbows bent, but you're going to open your arms wide like cactus arms. Then close them in front of you. Open. Close. See if you can match your breath. Inhaling on the open, exhaling on the close. Then release that. Shake everything out. If you have a strap, please grab a hold of that strap now. If it's an especially long strap, you may have to fold it in half. Have that D-ring, the D-ring of the strap in your left hand. I just don't want it flying around in the room. So just grab a hold of the D-ring and slide your right hand all the way open. So your arms are wide in front of you. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. See if you can isometrically draw the strap apart. Breathe. Shake the neck, the back of the skull. See if you can inhale, lift the arms, draw the strap away. Inhale, lift a little bit higher, draw the strap away. Whew. Exhale, release it down. Shake your head out. Again, hands parallel to the floor. You draw your shoulder blades on your back. Pull the strap apart. Collarbones are wide. Inhale, lift the strap a little bit higher. Draw on the strap. Inhale, lift a little bit higher, draw on the strap. Breathe. Shake it out. Excellent. And let's let that go. We're going to do cow face arms, but we're going to use the strap for that. I'm going to turn around so you can see me. And because I'm turned around, I want to make sure you understand which arm I'm using. So you're going to take the strap and you're going to just set it over your shoulder. It doesn't matter which shoulder. Grab a hold of the strap, right? Set it over your shoulder and reach the opposite arm back behind you and see if you can find the strap. Excellent. Reach the top arm overhead. Oops, I did that wrong. Same arm as the strap, grab a hold of it behind you. Shoulders externally rotated. Take that opposite arm overhead. See if you can grab a hold of the strap on that side. Now open your elbows out, tone your belly as you draw the strap apart for cow face arms. Pulling on the strap, elbows opening out. The neck is not collapsed, so your chin is lifted. It's relaxed. Release that top arm, release the bottom arm. Shift the strap to the other side. Good. Same strap as the shoulder. You grab a hold of that strap with the lower arm. The shoulder externally rotates. Sweep that other arm overhead like you're going to pat yourself in between the shoulder blades. I think I did this wrong again. Open up. You get the idea. Cow face arms. Now release all of that. You can set that strap down if you like. Take your right arm, sweep it overhead. Pat yourself in between the shoulder blades and bring that right arm towards the ceiling. Take your left hand, turn the palm towards the back of the room and slide it to your sacrum. Open up your elbows. This is cow face arms without the strap. If you have the mobility in your hands, you can reach those fingertips towards one another. The tendency is to collapse your lower back, so you tone your belly, lengthen your tailbone. Breathe. Release that. Switch sides. Breathing and opening up. Release that. Excellent. Now, you're probably already seated on your chair. That's fine. A final stretch for the day for our shoulder blades is eagle arms. So inhale and bring those hands parallel to the floor. Draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Turn the palms up. Take the eye of the right elbow inside the eye of the left elbow. Turn your palms towards your face. Turn the backs of the hands together. You can stay here or you can walk the palms palm to palm for a little bit of a twist. Lift those elbows, tone the belly, lengthen the tailbone. Opening out those shoulder blades, the rhomboids we've been working. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, letting go. Then unfurl those arms, switch sides. Whichever hand was on top goes underneath this time. As you bring the arms overhead, interlace the hands if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Backs of the palms are fine. Breathing in and out. When you're ready, release that out. Shake everything out. We're going to move into a supported shoulder opener, and from there we're going to go down into Shavasana. So for the supported shoulder opener, you can use blocks, or you can use a bolster, or you can use 2 blankets. I'm going to show you all 3, and then you decide which one feels good for you. Whichever one you're doing, bring your chair to the front of the mat, and your calves are going to rest on top of that chair, on the seat of the chair. So move your strap out of the way if you have a strap for yourselves. If you have blocks, I'd like you to take your second block on its lowest height, and it's going to go in the space between your shoulder blades, the very tip of your shoulder blades. And that second block is going to be like a pillow for the back of your skull. It kind of looks like this as I come down to a position on my mat. I'm going to slide my shoulder blades onto the block. Yeah. I'm going to bring that back block behind my head. And I'm going to bring my legs up onto the chair. You have to draw that chair a little bit closer for you. And then allow your arms to open out. If that's too much for you, if it's too much of a shoulder opener, chest opener for you, that's okay. You can use a bolster. So if you're using a bolster, you're going to take your block, and it's your lowest height. You're going to put the bolster on top of the block. You're going to sit in front of the bolster, so you're not sitting on it. Your hips are in front of it, and you're going to lean back. Calves on the chair as you open up. If that doesn't feel good for you, if that's still too much for you, that's okay. You can use 2 blankets if you'd like. If you're using a blanket, what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half, set it down on your mat. You're going to take another blanket, fold that in half on top of it. You're going to set them slightly apart from one another like they're stair steps. You're not sitting on the blanket, you're going to sit in front of it. You're going to lower yourself down. You're going to lay back on the blanket. If you need to, you can bend the top blanket underneath your head so that you have just a gentle chest opener. And you're going to close your eyes for a few moments. Your calves are on the chair. Just allow gravity to support your chest opener. And allow your shoulder blades and the neck and the back of the skull to rest. We've been working them hard today, so see if you can release them, relax them, let go. They've done a lot of work. Release your jaw. Soften the skin on your face, space between your eyebrows. If you'd like to stay here for Shavasana, you're free to do that. If this is too much for you and you prefer to remove the chair and come into a more classic Shavasana, that's fine too. Find the expression of Shavasana that feels good for you as you let yourself go. Just relaxing, letting all of those muscles that you've been working de-stress. Unwind them, relax. You stay in Shavasana and just listen for a few moments. In this class, we've been talking about Satya, truthfulness, and the 4 gates of speech. This is a poem by Marianne Pietzker from the Victorian era. It was published back in 1872. It's called, Is It True? Is It Necessary? Is It Kind? You enjoy your Shavasana as you listen to this rendition of this poem. Oh, stay, dear child. One moment, stay. Before a word you speak that can do harm in any way to the poor, to the weak. And never say of anyone what you'd not have said of you. Ere you ask yourself the question, is the accusation true? And if 'tis true, for I suppose you wouldn't tell a lie, before the failings you espouse of friend or enemy, yet even then be careful. Very pause, and your words well weigh, and ask if it be necessary what you're about to say. And should it necessary be, at least you deem it so, yet speak not unadvisedly of friend or even foe, till in your secret soul you seek for some excuse to find, and ere the thoughtless word you speak, ask yourself, is it kind? When you've asked these questions 3, true, necessary, kind, ask them in all sincerity, I think that you'll find it's not hardship to obey the command of our blessed Lord, no ill of any man to say, no, not a single word. You may enjoy the depth of your Shavasana as long as you'd like. But when you feel ready, just begin to notice your breath flowing in and out. And then as it feels good to you, please begin to make small movements with your body. Maybe moving your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Maybe even moving the back of your skull from side to side, moving in a way that feels good for you, that nourishes you now. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, roll to your side, cradle your head with your lower arm. Just remain there for a few moments. And when it feels good to you, please come back to a seated position. You can even sit on a chair if that feels good for you. Sitting well, just as we did at the beginning of class. When you've found your seated position, please bring your hands together in front of your heart space into prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. Tilt your chin and close your eyes or soften your gaze. The invitation as you take a yoga practice off your mat and out into the world is practice the 4 gates of speech. Yes, there are 4. Before you say something this week, ask yourself if it's true. If it's true, you may continue to the 2nd gate. Ask yourself if what you're about to say is necessary. If it's true and it's necessary, the next gate of speech is it the right time? Should I say that now? Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it the right time? And if all those 3 gates are still wide open, then go through the 4th gate. Can it be said in a kind way? Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it the right time? Can it be said in a kind way? The real invitation is practice those 4 gates of speech as you let the chatter in your mind talk about yourself. Be nice to yourself. Is the chatter in your mind true? Is it necessary? Is it the right time? Can it be said in a kind way? Take a deep breath in, honoring the amazing being you are, the perfectly flawed individual we all are. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, release your hands to your upper thighs, lift your chin. Take both sides of your mouth up to the ceiling in Smileasana. Namaste. Thank you for coming to your practice.